Okay, we're going to continue on in our fathers. This is Joshua, chapter 12. Now these are the kings of the land which the children of Israel smote, and possessed their land on the other side of the Jordan, toward the rising of the sun, from the river Arnon unto Mount Hermon, and all the plains on the east. Sihon, king of the Amorites, who dwelt in Heshbon, and ruler over Abner, which is upon the bank of the river Arnon, and from the middle of the river, and from half Gilead, even into the river Jabbok, which is the border of the children of Ammon, and in the plain to the sea of Chinneroth on the east, and unto the sea of the plain, even the salt sea on the east, the way to Beth Jeshimoth, and from the south under Ashdoth Pisgah, and the coast of Og, king of Bashan, which was the remnant of the giants that dwelt at Ashtaroth and Edrei. And he reigned in Mount Hermon, and in Salcah, and in all Bashan, unto the border of the Jezreelites and the Mechethanites, and half Gilead, and the border of Sihon, king of Heshbon. Then did Moses the servant of the Lord and the children of Israel smite. And Moses the servant of the Lord gave it for a possession unto the Reubenites and the Gadites, and half the tribe of Manasseh. And these are the kings of the country which Joshua and the children of Israel smote on this side Jordan on the west, from Baal Gad in the valley of Lebanon, even to the Mount Halak that goeth up to Seir, which Joshua gave unto the tribes of Israel for possession according to their divisions, in the mountains and in the valleys and in the plains, and in the springs, and in the wilderness, and in the south country, the Hittites, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites. The king of Jericho, the king of Ai, which is beside Bethel, the king of Jerusalem, the king of Hebron, the king of Jarmuth, the king of Lachish, the king of Eglon, the king of Jezer, the king of Debir, the king of Jeter, the king of Hormah, the king of Armad, the king of Libnah, the king of Adullam, the king of Makkedah, the king of Bethel, the king of Tappuah, the king of Hebner, the king of Aphek, the king of Lasharon, the king of Madon, the king of Hazor, the king of Shimron Moron, the king of Ashapath, the king of Tanach, the king of Megiddo, the king of Kadesh, the king of Jonakim of Carmel, the king of Dor, in the coast of Dor, the king of the nations of Gilgal, the king of Tezrah, and all the kings, 31. Now Joshua was old and stricken in years, and the Lord said unto him, Thou art old and stricken in years, and there remaineth yet very much land to be possessed. This is the land that yet remaineth, all the borders of the Philistines, and all Geshurah. From Sihor, which is before Egypt, even unto the borders of Ekron northward, which is counted to the Canaanite, 5 lords of the Philistines, the Gazarites, and the Ashdalites, the Eshkolonites, the Gittites, and the Ekronites, also the Abadites. From the south, all the land of the Canaanites, and Merer that is beside the Sidonians, unto Aphlech, to the borders of the Amorites, and the land of the Giblites, and all Lebanon, toward the sunrising, from Baal Gadad, under Mount Hermon, until the entering into Hamath. All the inhabitants of the hill country, from Lebanon unto Misrephoth Maim, and all the Sidonians, them I will drive out before the children of Israel. Only divide thou it by the lots unto Israel for an inheritance, as I have commanded thee. Now therefore divide this land for an inheritance unto thy 9 tribes, and the half tribe of Manasseh, with whom the Reubenites and the Gadites have received their inheritance, which Moses gave them beyond Jordan eastward, even as Moses the servant of the Lord gave them, from Aroer, that is unto the bank of the river Arnon, and the city that is in the midst of all the river, and all the plain of Medeba unto Dibon, and all the cities of Sihon, king of the Amorites, which reigned in Heshbon, unto the border of the children of Ammon, and Gilead, and the border of the Geshurites, and the Machethites, and all Mount Hermon, all Bashan, and all Salcan, all the kingdom of Og and Bashan, which reigned in Asheroth, and Edrei, which remained of the remnant of the giants. For these did Moses smite and cast them out. Nevertheless, the children of Israel expelled not the Geshurites, nor the Machathites, but the Geshurites and the Machathites dwell among the Israelites until this day. Only unto the tribe of Levi he gave none inheritance. And the sacrifices of the Lord God of Israel, made by fire, are their inheritance, as he said unto them. And Moses gave unto the tribe of the children of Reuben inheritance according to their families. And their coast was from Aroer, that is on the bank of the river Arnon, and the city that is in the midst of the river, all the plain by Medeba, Heshbon, and all our cities that are in the plain, Dibon, Baalmoth Baal, and Beth Baal Meon, and Jaza, and Kedemoth, and Megbeth, and Kirjath Jearim, and Sibmah, and Zarathar in the mount of the valley, and Beth Peor, and Ashdoth Pisgah, and Beth Jeshemoth, and all the cities of the plain, and all the kingdom of Sihon king of the Amorites, which reigned in Heshbon, whom Moses smote with the princes of Midian, Evi, and Rechem, and Zur, and Hur, and Reba, which were dukes of Sihon, dwelling in the country. Balaam also the son of Beor, the soothsayer, did the children of Israel slay with a sword among them that were slain by them. And the border of the children of Reuben was Jordan, and the border thereof. This was the inheritance of the children of Reuben, after their families, and the cities and the villages thereof. And Moses gave inheritance unto the tribe of Gad, even unto the children of Gad according to their families. And their coast was Jazer, and all the cities of Gilead, and half the land of the children of Ammon, unto Aroer, that is for Rabath, and from Heshbon and unto Ramath Mizpah, and Betonim, and from Mahanaim unto the border of Debir, and the valley, Beth Aram, and Beth Namara, and Succoth, and Zaphon, and the rest of the kingdom of Sihon, king of Heshbon, Jordan and his border, even unto the edges of the sea of Chinnereth, on the other side Jordan eastward. This is the inheritance of the children of Gad, after their families, their cities, and their villages.